Mr. Filipiak. This legislation and the one that follows, simply put, will enact the street lighting assessment for the city to collect next calendar year. And we're setting the assessment at the same rate that was assessed last year. And so far through this year, we're on pace to collect the same amount, around $1.2 million in the assessment.
Move to suspend.
Second.
Madam Clerk, please call the roll.
Mr. Kirchner?
Yes.
Mr. Krieger?
Yes.
Mr. Pinkerman?
Yes.
Mr. Blake?
Yes.
Mr. Cook?
Yes.
Mr. Donovan?
Yes.
Mrs. Dowling?
Yes.
Move to approve?
Second.
Please call the roll.
Mr. Kirchner?
Yes.
Mr. Krieger?
Yes.
Mr. Pinkerman?
Yes.
Mr. Blake?
Yes.
Mr. Cook?
Yes.
Mr. Donovan?
Yes.
Mrs. Dowling?
Yes. Ordinance number 26-0-068 has passed. Ordinance number 26-0-069.
An ordinance to levy assessments for the improvement of various streets in the city of Mentor by supplying said streets with electric street lighting and declaring an emergency.
Move to suspend.
Second.
Mr. Kirchner?
Yes.
We weren't asking for any comments?
Apparently not.
Okay, I guess we're, Mr. Flickick, did you have any comments on that?
No, I know council has seen this every year for the last several decades. So.
25 years.
Okay, great. Madam Clerk, please call the roll.
Mr. Kirchner?
Yes.
Mr. Krieger?
Yes.
Mr. Pinkerman?
Yes.
Mr. Blake?
Yes.
Mr. Cook?
Yes.
Mr. Donovan?
Yes.
Mrs. Dowling?
Yes.
Move to approve.
Second.
Please call the roll.
Mr. Kirchner?
Yes.
Mr. Krieger?
Yes.
Mr. Pinkerman?
Yes.
Mr. Blake?
Yes.
Mr. Cook?
Yes.
Mr. Donovan?
Yes.
Mrs. Dowling?
Yes. Ordinance number 26-0-069 has passed. Ordinance number 26-0-070.
An ordinance authorizing entering into an engineering services agreement with American Structure Point, Inc. for the LAK SR 615-01.69 PID 124351 Bridge Widening and Interchange Improvement Project and declaring an emergency.
Mr. Filipiak.
Thank you, Madam President. Mr. Swigger, please.
Thank you, Mr. Filipiak. The City of Mentor is preparing to widen the State Route 615 bridge over I-90 and widen the interchange ramps as part of the bridge widening project. Now, the bridge will be widened to 4 lanes. 1 additional lane will be added to each off-ramp. The design phase of the project is scheduled to begin later this summer. And the preliminary estimated cost for the design phase of the project was estimated at $3 million. The city applied for and will be receiving up to $3 million in federal funding through the Ohio Department of Transportation, Transportation Review Advisory Council, and this includes preliminary and final design. As a condition of receiving federal funding for the engineering services, the city was required to follow a qualification-based selection process. This involved advertising on the Ohio Department of Transportation website for these services. In doing so, the city received 5 responses from consultants for engineering services. Based on the consultant selection rating form provided by ODOT, we ranked the consultants in the following order: American Structure Point, DLZ, Burgess and Nightbull, Osborne Engineering, and DGL Consulting Engineers. The ranking took into account the firm's project manager, the strength and experience of the assigned staff, the firm's current workload, the consultant's past performance in the project approach. A review of the scope of services and the fee proposal provided by American Structure Point has been performed. The scope document addresses all the city's requirements. Also, the estimated engineering fee falls within the expected fee for a project of this scope, and American Structure Point possesses the proper experience and qualifications necessary to perform the engineering services. Therefore, it's recommended that City Council authorize the city manager to enter into an engineering services agreement with American Structure Point for an amount not to exceed $2,299,015. And it's recommended that this legislation be approved to meet the current project schedule. Design is expected to start this summer with construction in the fall of 2029. Once the legislation is approved, ODOT will prepare the engineering services agreement to be executed by the city and American Structure Point. Thank you.
Council, what's your pleasure?
Move to suspend.
Second.
Madam Clerk, please call the roll.
Mr. Kirchner?
Yes.
Mr. Krieger?
Yes.
Mr. Pinkerman?
Yes.
Mr. Blake?
Yes.
Mr. Cook?
Yes.
Mr. Donovan?
Yes.
Mrs. Dowling?
Yes.
Move to approve.
Second.
Please call the roll.
Mr. Kirchner?
Yes.
Mr. Krieger?
Yes.
Mr. Pinkerman?
Yes.
Mr. Blake?
Yes.
Mr. Cook?
Yes.
Mr. Donovan?
Yes.
Mrs. Dowling?
Yes. Ordinance number 26-0-070 has passed. Ordinance number 26-0-071.
An ordinance authorizing entering into a contract with Rycon Construction, Inc. for the Municipal Annex Building Construction Project and declaring an emergency.
Mr. Filipiak.
Thank you, Madam President. I'm going to turn this over to Assistant City Manager Fowler in just a minute, but just a reminder to council, this new building that we're constructing, which we are referring to as the Municipal Annex, will actually serve two departments specifically, the Police Department and the Recreation Department. It will also serve the city facilities and departments as a whole by providing a centralized record storage area, as well as, and I think the best part of this probably from the public standpoint is 11 new restrooms, which will serve as the amphitheater grounds and those activities related that happen there. So we're excited about this project, and it is our hope to have it completed before the beginning of the Mentor Rocks series in 2027. So, Mr. Fowler.
Thank you, Mr. Filipiak. Members of council, on August 7th, a total of 6 bids were received in the city of Mentor for the above referenced project. The bid tabulation ranged from $6,919,079 to $7,924,000. Rycon Construction, Inc. submitted the lowest and most compliant bid, total of $6,919,079 plus alternate number 1 for a total of $6,970,979. It is our recommendation that Rycon be awarded this bid as they have met all bidding requirements and all reference checked, verified that they are capable of performing the work. Thank you.
And council, if you have any questions about the specific uses, I'm sure Chief Gunch and Director Kaminsky would be happy to answer your questions.
Madam President?
Yes, Mr. Blake.
I have a question. Looking over this bid, on page 39, there's an entry from Quality Control Inspection. And I guess their job is as construction management.
Yes, Mr. Blake, that was actually inadvertently attached to this. That is not a part of this agreement. That would be a separate agreement that we have yet to award. We're still evaluating our options. QCI is one of them. We would have a project representative overseeing this project, but we haven't made that decision yet. That's just superfluous at this point.
All right, so scratch that.
Yes, good catch.
Good
though.
catch, Mr. Blake. Any other comments, gentlemen?
Move to suspend.
Madam Clerk, please call the roll.
Mr. Kirschner?
Yes.
Mr. Krieger? Yes. Mr. Pickerman?
Yes.
Mr. Blake?
Yes.
Mr. Cook?
Yes.
Mr. Donovan?
Yes.
Ms. Dowling?
Yes.
Move to approve.
Please call the roll.
Mr. Kirschner?
Yes.
Mr. Krieger? Yes. Mr. Pickerman?
Yes.
Mr. Blake?
Yes.
Mr. Cook?
Yes.
Mr. Donovan?
Yes.
Mrs. Dowling?
Yes. Ordinance number 26-0-071 has passed. Ordinance number 26-0-072.
An ordinance approving and authorizing entering into a contract with Cleveland Freightliner, Inc., DBA Valley Freightliner Sterling and Western Star Trucks of Cleveland for the purchase of one Western Star 47X dump truck cab and chassis under the State of Ohio Department of Transportation Purchasing Program and declaring an emergency.
Mr. Filipiak.
Thank you, Madam President. Mr. Vernon, please.
Thank you, Mr. Filipiak, members of council. As part of an ongoing fleet management and replacement program, the Department of Public Work recommends the purchase of one Western Star cab and chassis using the Ohio Department Transportation's purchasing program. This type of single-axle dump truck is essential for our snow plowing and maintenance activities. The price under the state program is $151,522. The cab and chassis will be purchased through Valley Freightliner Incorporated. We have a good working relationship with them. I recommend the approval, and I'm happy to answer any questions you may have.
Gentlemen?
Move to suspend.
Madam Clerk, please call the roll.
Mr. Kirschner?
Yes.
Mr. Krieger? Yes. Mr. Pinkerman?
Yes.
Mr. Blake?
Yes.
Mr. Cook?
Yes.
Mr. Donovan?
Yes.
Mrs. Dowling?
Yes.
Move to approve.
Please call the roll.
Mr. Kirchner?
Yes.
Mr. Krieger?
Yes.
Mr. Pinkerman?
Yes.
Mr. Blake?
Yes.
Mr. Cook?
Yes.
Mr. Donovan?
Yes.
Mrs. Dowling?
Yes. Ordinance number 26-0-072 has passed. Ordinance number 26-0-073.
An ordinance authorizing the extension of a contract with Waste Management of Ohio, Inc. for collection of residential solid waste, recycling, and yard waste for an additional 5 years and declaring an emergency.
Mr. Filipiak?
Thank you, Madam President, members of council. Council, the ordinance before you would extend our existing service agreement with Waste Management of Ohio for an additional 5 years. We have had a good service arrangement with the city. We have been with Waste Management since 2011. Our initial contract with them in 2011 was for 5 years, and it had option for 5 additional year extension. We did exercise those. We rebid this 5 years after when that contract expired, and we have been with them since 2021 at the start, since calendar year 2021, which runs through 2026. This contract that council approved in 21 does have an option for a 5-year extension. They have provided that. They have provided a proposal to us after some negotiation. That is highlighted in your ordinance. It would be for a 3.5% increase beginning in calendar year 2027 for each of the 5 years running through 2031. I will tell you that we have engaged them further since this was placed on your agenda, and I'm happy to tell you that we have achieved a slightly better deal. They would actually be reducing in 2027. So if you think about how our waste fees are broken down, council is aware that the city pays for the entire cost of yard waste. So the true cost for solid waste, which is the garbage portion, recycling, and bulk pickup, today would equal $15.55 per month. That would actually be lowered in the first year of this agreement now after some renegotiation to $15.25. So in fact, a 2% discount from where we are today. And then in the final 4 years of the agreement, it would increase by 3.5%. So that savings is well over $1 million for our residents who would be paying the majority of this. Of course, City Council and the City of Mentor picks up half of the cost of the solid waste portion of this bill, and so it would be even less that the residents would see on their quarterly billing. So I would encourage you to adopt this ordinance. It authorizes up to a 3.5% increase, but of course, we won't. We will actually see a reduction in the first year. I will leave it up to our Assistant Law Director to determine whether or not you want to amend that. But again, you're authorizing a higher amount. I don't think there's any trouble with entering into agreement for a lesser amount. And happy to answer any questions, and certainly Mr. Vernon, who's been an integral part of those negotiations as well, and who manages this agreement, would be happy to answer any of your questions.
I have no questions. You don't have to amend either. You can just leave it as is, sorry.
Move to suspend.
Madam Clerk, please call the roll.
Mr. Kirchner?
Yes.
Mr. Krieger? Yes. Mr. Pinkerman? Yes. Mr. Blake?
Yes.
Mr. Cook?
Yes.
Mr. Donovan?
Yes.
Mrs. Dowling?
Yes.
Move to approve.
Please call the roll.
Mr. Kirchner?
Yes.
Mr. Krieger? Yes. Mr. Pinkerman? Yes. Mr. Blake?
Yes.
Mr. Cook?
Yes.
Mr. Donovan?
Yes.
Mrs. Dowling?
Yes. Ordinance number 26-0-073 has passed. Ordinance number 26-0-074.
An ordinance authorizing the city manager to process change order number 1 to the contract with Action Contractors LLC for the Civic Center pole building replacement project and declaring an emergency.
Mr. Filipiak.
Thank you, Madam President, members of council. Council, before you is a change order with Action Contractor, who is actually doing the building components of the work that you see at our Civic Center pool project. As you can see from my staff report, predominantly these changes are related to some changes that resulted that are highlighted here, which I will mention broadly: additional HVAC, mechanical, and electrical work that was required by the Health District, and our chemical filter billing. an interior and exterior sign package, which was not included in the original bid, a water line replacement on the north end of this project, which is, the water line is approximately 60 years old and will be under the pavement. So we did think that it was smart for us to be replacing that at this time. Additional expenses for winter weather conditions and the extension of the agreement. Additional data conduit that was requested by the city for future security camera placement. General condition for the project extension as mentioned, and some additional contingency for some unforeseen issues that may come up so that we don't have to come back to council a second time. We don't anticipate spending all of that, but there is a $75,000 contingency built into this so it doesn't interrupt the progress of the project if we have to go through another legislative action. Happy to answer any questions.
Gentlemen?
Move to suspend.
Madam Clerk, please call the roll.
Mr. Kirschner?
Yes.
Mr. Krieger?
Yes.
Mr. Pinkerman?
Yes.
Mr. Blake?
Yes.
Mr. Cook?
Yes.
Mr. Donovan?
Yes.
Mrs. Dowling?
Yes.
Move to approve.
Please call the roll.
Mr. Kirschner?
Yes.
Mr. Krieger?
Yeah, I just want to make one comment. I think the administration could pay a little bit better attention to detail on this one and the next one as far as these change orders. I don't think they were necessary. Have we done our proper evaluation of these two items at the beginning? Have you said that? Yes.
John, turn your mic on for the future reference.
Mr. Pinkerman?
Yes.
Mr. Blake?
Yes.
Mr. Cook?
Yes.
Mr. Donovan?
Yes.
Mrs. Dowling?
Yes.
Move to approve.
Second.
Please call the roll.
Do we already do that? I got thrown off base when they gave the high sign, John's mic.
Ordinance number 26-0-074 has passed. Ordinance number 26-0-075.
An ordinance authorizing the city manager to process change order number 3 to the contract with Zerby Construction LLC for the construction of a water slide at Civic Center Pool and declaring an emergency.
Mr. Filipiak.
Thank you, Madam President, members of council and council. This is the additional component that you revised the amount for at your last meeting. I do apologize for my inability to be at that meeting. I revised the staff report to you in order to provide a little bit more clarity on the reason for the additional amount to be paid to Zerby Construction or requested by Zerby Construction. What was left unsaid at your last council meeting, and I think, and certainly a valid concern by council, was a concern that work was not progressing during this period, which is highlighted in the change order request. In fact, this additional amount is for general services that were provided, including the supervision component that was discussed at your last meeting, from the period of August to March of 2026. This was a negotiated agreement. In part, if you understand that Mr. Zerby Construction has also is currently contracted for the splash pad, he has agreed to allow the supervision of that to also oversee the supervision as the water slide project continues. So we are actually only being billed for the period of time that they were on the job working from the termination of the original contract date, which was August, through March of 2026. So this is actually to our advantage. We also, and keep in mind that the work that you approved at that last meeting, the actual work that was authorized, is being performed by Zerby Construction. We did review the records that they provided to us on the work that was happening during this period of time, because I know there was some concern about whether there was activity happening, and we related that to the pay requests that also were processed by our finance department during that period of time and approved by both the Recreation Department and R.E. Warren, or our consulting engineer, and they coincide. So I can assure you that this work was happening during that period of time. I think it generally speaking, council's aware of the reasons, predominantly utility-related work on-site and off-site, for the reasons for this project extension, but they are not the responsibility or responsible by the contractor. They're simply doing the work that we've asked them to do as part of that change order. So I believe that this is a fair compromise on what would otherwise be a much larger number. And I credit that to the fact that we've got a good working relationship with Zerbe Construction, who has done multiple projects in the city over the years, and we've found them to be very reliable and fair. So I'm happy to answer any questions. I know Mr. Kaminsky has also, and Mr. Fowler has been closely watching over the progress here, and would happy to answer any thoughts, any questions you might have as well.
Thank you. Gentlemen?
Move to suspend.
Second.
Madam Clerk, please call the roll.
Mr. Kirchner?
Yes.
Mr. Krieger?
Yes.
Mr. Pinkerman?
Yes.
Mr. Blake?
Yes.
Mr. Cook?
Yes.
Mr. Donovan?
Yes.
Mrs. Dowling?
Yes.
Move to approve.
Second.
Please call the roll.
Mr. Kirchner?
Yes.
Mr. Krieger?
Yes.
Mr. Pinkerman?
Yes.
Mr. Blake?
Yes.
Mr. Cook?
Yes.
Mr. Donovan?
Yes.
Mrs. Dowling?
Yes. Ordinance number 26-0-075 has passed. Ordinance number 26-0-076.
An ordinance amending Section 373.02 of the Codified Ordinances of the City of Mentor 2006 as amended to clarify the requirements for passengers on bicycles and electric bicycles and declaring an emergency.
Mr. Philippi.
Thank you, Madam President. And I'll start this discussion, and I know that our Assistant Law Director probably wants to weigh on this as well. We've been working together, a good cooperative effort between the police department, myself, and the law department to bring you some, what we think are some common sense local regulations that we think will help provide a higher level of safety for those persons who travel on e-bikes through our community. I think we are all aware of some of the concerns that we have and things that we have seen, and traffic-related accidents that have been quite significant in recent months and weeks, actually, related to electric bikes. And one of the concerns that our police department has shared is that it is difficult for them to enforce statewide regulations as it relates to distinctions between the types of e-bikes, which are very clearly demarked in the Ohio Revised Code. So we wanted to propose some very common sense measures that we think that generally will be, one, able to increase safety for those who are riding them and for the traveling public, for those who see them, and also give our officers an opportunity to see violations clearly. So this first one relates to those who would ride in tandem or more than one person on the bicycle, and I'll ask our Assistant Law Director to comment on that.
I have really no comment. It's just something that we're clarifying, so this is definitely something for state law that has clarified, and we need to do the same with the codified ordinances.
Madam President, if I could ask Chief Gunch to weigh in on this as well.
Thank you. Yes, the police department, we have been in discussion with the law department and with Mr. Filipiak, and I believe that the three different ordinances that they're proposing, it definitely benefits for the safety of the community with the helmets and not riding in tandem, and obviously the audible alert for when passing a pedestrian, all very common sense ideas to go ahead and move forward. And again, community safety, and for also, as Mr. Filipiak stated, for the officers to clearly see violations and take action. A lot of these bikes are so difficult to figure out what kind of class they are, or if they even fall into any of these classes. A lot of them I don't think fall into these classes. So it gives us some more tools in our belt to move forward.
Specifically, Council, Ordinance 76 essentially says you must be, if you're going to ride a bike with more than one passenger, it must be designed for that. And again, we've seen accidents and near misses pretty frequently around town with younger persons riding with person's on the handlebars or in the back seat or on a bicycle, on an e-bike that isn't designed for that. And quite frankly, they're just not well suited for that, and it's dangerous.
Gentlemen?
Move to suspend.
Second.
Right, first reading.
Oh, I'm sorry. First reading. I'll move to put this on first reading. I apologize. Yep.
Second.
Please call the roll.
Mr. Kirschner.
Yes.
Mr. Krieger.
Yes.
Mr. Finkelman.
Yes.
Mr. Blake.
Yes.
Mr. Cook.
Yes.
Mr. Donovan.
Yes.
Mrs. Dowling.
Yes. Ordinance number 26-0-076 will go to second reading. Ordinance number 26-0-077.
An ordinance amending section 373.05 of the codified ordinances of the city of Mentor 2006 as amended to require operators of bicycles and electric bicycles to give an audible signal when overtaking and passing pedestrians and declaring an emergency.
Mr. Filipiak?
Thank you, Madam President, members of council. Council, this again is a response to a lot of complaints that we've had around town about persons who are walking on the sidewalk, walking their dogs, who get very quickly disrupted by someone riding very fast past them on an e-bike. This simply would require an audible signal to be shared prior to them passing the pedestrian.
Any other comment? Gentlemen?
Madam President,
Yes, Mr. Blake.
I have a question. As I'm looking at all three of these ordinances, I'm kind of wondering how we're going to enforce them, how we're going to get the word out to the community. I know Auntie does a great job with our website, but most of these kids on bikes, they're not even following simple traffic law. I don't know how we're going to get them to understand that they need to give an audible as they're approaching behind somebody, or if they even know what they're going to do. If they've got a bell they're going to ring, or they're going to say, hey, coming on your left. How are we going to enforce that? And how are we going to educate that? Thank you.
Yeah, sure. Thank you, Councilman. I would probably agree with you that this one will be the most difficult because it's difficult for an officer to observe it. With respect to communicating with the public, we will do our best to get the word out there on all our social media accounts and all of our shared media out there. We will also ask our police officers, especially now that we have a significant number of school resource officers, to share this information with the schools. By the way, happy to report that we now have 6 part-time school resource officers as part of our police department, so that has significantly improved since the end of the last school year. So those would be the means. We are asking you to do these as a first reading so that we can give the public plenty of time to understand that. I think the two that are most critical here would be the ordinance that you just read, Ordinance 77, which would require persons riding in tandem to be riding on a bike that is clearly manufactured for 2 persons to ride. That we can observe, that our officers can observe, and the next ordinance that you'll entertain is one which would require helmets for all riders, which again is one that we can clearly observe. As I started my comments, we really looked hard at what we thought could be just common sense approaches to improve the situation. We had some discussion about whether or not council might want to entertain the idea of disallowing e-bikes on your sidewalks, which we could do as a regulation, but we thought actually it's probably safer for the youth to be on the sidewalks than putting them all on the roadways. So this was sort of our measure of trying to provide some respect for the pedestrian community as well as allowing them to share the sidewalks. I agree this will be probably the most difficult one, but we'll do our best to get that word out in the places where our young people are the most, which is our schools and through our recreation programs as well. We'll make this a part of our camps, discussion of some of our camps, and every opportunity we get to share that information where we have interaction with our youth.
Madam President, just a question. Ken, you mentioned resource officers. Is there any opportunity for a resource officer to do any of this teaching at the schools?
Chief?
Yes. When we entered into our agreement with the schools for the SROs, there are times when they're asked to provide instruction in the different classes, in classrooms, or during maybe some assemblies or something like that. So that's absolutely, we can push that out to the SROs to get with their school principals to push that out there.
Thank you.
Mr. Donovan.
Madam President, thank you. Maybe we could get Ron Wasson involved with Safety Town. Maybe something like that would be a good idea. There it is. Maybe we could get Ron Wasson involved with Safety Town, and they could start out at that younger age of the kids he gets in that program there, and that would be a good starting spot, I think.
I think it's an excellent idea that we incorporate that into all of our Safety Town curriculum.
Thank you.
Madam President, I move to put this on first reading.
Second.
Madam Clerk, please call the roll.
Mr. Kirschner?
Yes.
Mr. Krieger?
Yes.
Mr. Pinkerman?
Yes.
Mr. Blake?
Yes.
Mr. Cook?
Yes.
Mr. Donovan?
Yes.
Mrs. Dowling?
Yes. Ordinance number 26-0-077 will go to second reading. Ordinance number 26-0-078.
An ordinance amending section 373.13 of the codified ordinances of the City of Mentor 2006 as amended to require protective helmets for all operators and passengers of electric bicycles, and declaring an emergency.
Excuse me. Mr. Filipiak.
Thank you, Madam President, members of council. Council, we just talked about this for a minute. This would require helmets for all those riding e-bikes. And Chief, Police Department does have a helmet program, right?
Correct, we do. We have discounted rate for helmets for sale. You can always contact the police department at our non-emergency number, and we definitely set somebody up for a helmet.
Any other comments, gentlemen?
I'd move to put this on first reading.
Second.
Madam Clerk, please call the roll.
Mr. Kirschner?
Yes.
Mr. Krieger?
Yes.
Mr. Pinkerman?
Yes.
Mr. Blake?
Yes.
Mr. Cook?
Yes.
Mr. Donovan?
Yes.
Mrs. Dowling?
Yes. Ordinance number 26-0-078 will go to second reading. Ordinance number 26-0-079.
An ordinance authorizing the city manager to submit preliminary participatory consent legislation and enter into an LPA federal ODOT LET project agreement with the Ohio Department of Transportation for the LAK SR 615-01.69 Bridge Widening Project, PID 124351, and declaring an emergency.
Mr. Filipiak.
Mr. Swigert, please.
Thank you, Mr. Filipiak. If this legislation seems familiar, it's because City Council passed a very similar piece of legislation on June 16th of this year. We since shared that ordinance with the Ohio Department of Transportation. Unfortunately, they felt that we should add a little bit more language to the legislation to help clarify our responsibility in the project. So they've shared some additional language with us. We added it to the legislation, and we're recommending that we pass this version. But as a reminder, I would just say that because the City of Mentor is receiving federal funding for the design phase of the project and is expected to pursue federal funding for the construction phase, the city is required to pass preliminary participatory consent legislation and enter into an LPA project agreement with ODOTs to proceed with the work. And the agreement establishes the process the city must follow and spells out the city's and ODOT's responsibility assignments as the project progresses. Thank you.
Gentlemen?
Move to suspend.
Second.
Madam Clerk, please call the roll.
Mr. Kirschner?
Yes.
Mr. Krieger?
Yes.
Mr. Pinkerman?
Yes.
Mr. Blake?
Yes.
Mr. Cook?
Yes.
Mr. Donovan?
Yes.
Mrs. Dowling?
Yes.
Move to approve.
Second.
Please call the roll.
Mr. Kirschner?
Yes.
Mr. Krieger?
Yes.
Mr. Pinkerman?
Yes.
Mr. Blake?
Yes.
Mr. Cook?
Yes.
Mr. Donovan?
Yes.
Mrs. Dowling?
Yes. Ordinance number 26-0-079 has passed. Second readings, there are none. Third readings, there are none. Managers report.
Thank you, Madam President, members of council. Council, we have two open cut pavement requests before you this evening. The first is at 7979 Plaza Boulevard from Metis Construction Services for the purpose of a new 1.5-inch water service connection. Ask for your approval.
Move to approve.
Second.
Please call the roll.
Mr. Kirchner?
Yes.
Mr. Krieger?
Yes.
Mr. Pinkerman?
Yes.
Mr. Blake?
Yes.
Mr. Cook?
Yes.
Mr. Donovan?
Yes.
Mrs. Dowling?
Yes.
Thank you, council. And the second is a pavement open cut request for the intersection of Center Street and Johnny Cake Ridge Road from Donald Boning and Associates as part of the work associated with the Center Street sanitary sewer extension and storm sewer related to the Bolton development. Also ask for your approval.
Move to approve.
Second.
Madam Clerk, please call the roll.
Mr. Kirchner?
Yes.
Mr. Krieger?
Yes.
Mr. Pinkerman?
Yes.
Mr. Blake?
Yes.
Mr. Cook?
Yes.
Mr. Donovan?
Yes.
Mrs. Dowling?
Yes.
Thank you, council. Council, I appreciate your patience. So we do have a new environment here today, and I know it's going to take a little getting used to. I can assure you that each time you return to this chamber, it's going to look a little bit better each time. We should be done with the major construction component by probably by October. The addition of new seating will probably take place during your December Christmas break holiday. So also the sound is a little bit different in here is because we don't have the new sound panels up yet. So by your next meeting, it'll sound even better without any echoes related. So we're happy to see it progressing. On other matters, a dozen rain barrels painted by local artists are now on display across Mentor as part of the Water Barrel Wonders, a public art project launched by the Mentor Community Arts Commission with the support of the City of Mentor, the Wildwood Cultural Center, and the Ohio Arts Council. The functional barrels, which are transformed into uniquely themed works of art, appear at locations throughout the city, and residents and visitors can view them while learning how rain barrels help conserve water and reduce runoff into Lake Erie. Council, the Mentor Avenue resurfacing project from approximately 500 feet west of Hopkins Road to the Painesville Township limits on our east end of the city is scheduled to begin on Monday, August 24th. The project includes full-depth pavement repairs, curb repairs, manhole casting adjustments, inlet basin repairs, milling and resurfacing, new radar traffic detection equipment installation, and new pavement markings. Most of this work will be performed at night between the hours of 8 p.m. and 6 a.m., and during construction, one lane of traffic will be maintained in each direction. Message boards will be placed along Mentor Avenue to provide updates on traffic pattern changes throughout the construction, and updates will also be posted on the city's website. Of course, we ask motorists to use caution and allow a little extra time when traveling through that particular section of Route 20, and the construction is expected to be completed by the end of October this year. Council, I do have several new businesses to announce since our last get-together. Bonito Dia Brunch and Cafe at 7272 Lakeshore Boulevard, Kearney's Public House at 6316 Center Street, Artemis Awards and Apparel, which is now relocated to 8790 Munson Road, Lake County Dental at 8666 Mentor Avenue, Vibe Hair Studio, Mentor Limited at 7547 Mentor Avenue, China Wok at 7850 Mentor Avenue, The Suites on Center Street at 8405 Nolan, Mukunda Medical Group at 7496 Mentor Avenue, Spirit Halloween, 7845 Mentor Avenue, Faithful Fruits has relocated to 7663 Mentor Avenue, Ignite Convenience at 7802 Munson Road, the Love Foundation at 6740 Center Street, and CR Bricks, so it's doing business as Urban Planet at 7850 Mentor Avenue. So quite a bit of investment since we last got together, and once again, we appreciate their investment in our community and wish them great success going forward. That's all.
Clerk's correspondence.
Council was in receipt of the Mentor Municipal Court month-end report for June of 2026. And council is also in receipt of a liquor permit legislative request for a new D5 for Leolo Hospitality, Inc. at 8484 through 8488 Menor Avenue. And that is all.
Commission committee reports. You're in receipt of the Board of Building and Zoning Appeals, June 9th, 2026, and the Municipal Planning Commission, July 1st, 2026, and July 23rd, 2026. Old business. Hearing none. New business. At the beginning of new business, we have, oh, I'm sorry.
That's okay.
You read it.
Application for a conditional use permit to allow a recreational facility at 7420 Clover Avenue, permanent parcel number 16B031D030230 in the M1 Light Manufacturing District by Fab 5 Fields and 7420 Clover Avenue LLC.
Council will now deliberate. The Planning Commission previously approved this application. Does any council member wish to identify evidence in the record that supports a different conclusion from the Planning Commission? I remind council members that our task is to determine whether the proposed conditional use satisfies the standards established by the Menor Code of Ordinances, Section 1135.04, based upon the evidence before us. Please reference the hard copies of the 6 items of your criteria of 1135.04 before you at your seats and voice which items are of concern to regarding the decision of the Planning Commission for a conditional use permit for Fab 5 Fields and 7420 Clover Avenue LLC at 7420 Clover Avenue. Gentlemen?
Madam President, I had a couple of concerns I wanted to bring up. With respect to whether it's in harmony or will adversely affect the neighborhood, piggybacking on some of the comments that the administration made earlier, you have a road that's very narrow compared to the roads that are regular configuration. There's ditches on the road. You've got a large building supply manufacturer on the street. So in that respect, I believe it would negatively affect the neighboring properties, as well as number 2, which is affecting the health and safety of persons residing and working. Again, piggybacking on some of the comments were made where kids are going to be dropped off maybe with buses during the day, using a narrow road. It doesn't make sense to me. And that also piggybacks into number 3, which is, will it change the character of the neighborhood, which obviously you've got an M1 district there. You have a very small commercial use there. Other than that, it's an M1 district, and I believe in that respect it will be detrimental to the public welfare and injurious to the property. Now, is it consistent with the purpose and intent of the zoning code and the city's comprehensive plan? As a member of Menor's Economic Development Committee, I have to tell you, we have a very ambitious international trade initiative. And matter of fact, next month we have companies coming in from Ireland for a mission, and they're going to be asking about building availability. Again, I think Kathy brought up the amount of percentages of manufacturing that we have, square footage that we have left, was really getting narrow. Last year we brought a company came in from Scotland. They brought 20 jobs and $1 million investment, and that's what we're looking to do. This building will bring 2 full-time jobs as compared to what could be many jobs in manufacturing, light manufacturing, with quality of life jobs. So yes, I believe it is not consistent with the purpose intent of the zoning code, and I don't believe it complies with the adopted policy relating to the use. Thank you.
Madam President?
Yes.
I'll go along with Councilman Kirchner as far as being consistent with the purpose and intent of the zoning code and the city's comprehensive plan, as pointed out by Kathy over there, that we're too often in the past we have allocated manufacturing buildings to recreational use, which was never the intent. And so I'm going to go along with Mr. Kirchner, and that doesn't meet the comprehensive plan.
Thank you. Gentlemen, any other comments?
I would just add one more thing, man. A lot of the commercial uses that we use for recreation were in older buildings as well, too. So I think there was some trade-off there with the Planning Commission in that respect. But this building is only 21 years old, and it's 41,000 square feet. of potential commercial use. So I think going forward, we really, not desperately, but at some point we may be desperately in need for manufacturing square footage. So thank you.
I just had a couple comments, just doing some research and showing that in the second quarter of 2026, our industrial space was only 4.0% vacant. And I believe, I may be wrong, but I believe some of that is some large spaces. So it's not really indicative of where we're at. 36 of the industrial space in Lake County is in the city of Mentor. And in Q1 of 2026, our retail area had a 7.2% vacancy rate. Lake County has 18 million square feet. Mentor is 7.6 million of that. So it's roughly 42% of the county in our retail. I'm not sure exactly how much, Kathy mentioned it, I didn't hear how much of the industrial acreage remains, but there is a large disparity between the cost of building a retail building and an industrial building. And at some point, I believe, and it kind of piggybacks on what John and Ray have said, that I believe it puts our retail spaces at a detriment because these buildings become more attractive because they can be leased or purchased at a lower price. And I think it makes it very, very difficult. And just to bring up our wonderful new statue out front of President James Garfield, one of his ancestors, Eleanor Garfield, actually went to Columbus and got the governor to move State Route 2 to allow for our industrial parkway, Tyler Boulevard. And I don't think anyone could really criticize or doubt that that was the beginning of the city of Mentor becoming a manufacturing hub. And I think it's important. That is the space, once it's gone, we can't reclaim it. So I just feel very strongly that it's important that we maintain our good manufacturing buildings for the use that they were intended. And following up with our, our comprehensive plan going forward as well. Yes.
Madam President, no other questions. I move to table this item.
Second.
Please call the roll.
Mr. Kirschner?
Yes.
Mr. Krieger?
Yes.
Mr. Finkelman?
Yes.
Mr. Blake?
Yes.
Mr. Cook?
Yes.
Mr. Donovan?
Yes.
Mrs. Dowling?
Yes. Okay, this will be tabled. This concludes council's review of the conditional use application. The clerk shall maintain the transcripts, exhibits, written materials, and adopted findings as part of the administrative report. Thank you. Is there any other new business?
Madam President,
Yes, Mr. Blake.
I'd like to make a motion to direct the law director to review the decision of the Court of Common Pleas in Express Wash Concepts LLC versus City of Council of Mentor et al., and to determine whether there is sufficient legal grounds to appeal that decision. If the law director determines that a valid basis for appeal exists, the law director is authorized and directed to proceed with filing an appeal with the 11th District Court of Appeals.
Second.
Madam Clerk, please call the roll.
Mr. Kirschner?
Yes.
Mr. Krieger?
Yes.
Mr. Finkelman?
Yes.
Mr. Blake?
Yes.
Mr. Cook?
At the recommendation of legal counsel, I abstain.
Mr. Donovan?
Yes.
Mrs. Dowling?
Yes. Okay, thank you. That has passed. We do have persons before council. We have one speaker this evening, and our speaker is Rowan Garding Smith. Please come up to the podium. State your name and address for the record, and you have 4 minutes to speak, sir.
Thank you. My name is Rowan Garding Smith. I live at 4705 Brooksdale Road in the Mentor Headlands. It's a very beautiful place. I wanted to speak to you guys today because about 6 months ago, I noticed something that brought concern to me. I noticed that we were using very tiny little cameras and attaching them to poles. And at first, I didn't really know what they were until I did a little research. There are two main issues that came to light that I believe the City Council should be aware of. The first is abuse with these cameras. Sorry, folks. The first issue is abuse. In recent light, there have been multiple cases throughout the country, 30 specific public ones, then others that are under investigation of law enforcement abusing said cameras to watch people for their own personal gains, which isn't a big concern of mine, but I think should still be considered. Recently, though, which is a much larger issue, is the issue with the company itself. Not too long ago in Dunwoody, Georgia, there were 5 specific Flock employees that were caught using it without the proper clearance, specifically in a community center, specifically in a room full of children's activities. Like I said before, I don't know if it was considered, but it is something that is not exactly, I'm not exactly a fan of. The second issue that I wanted to bring to you guys was the safety terms and conditions issue. If you look specifically in their terms and conditions, it states that Flock Safety can use any information gathered, whether it be videos, pictures, metadata. They not only can use them for their own gain, or whatever, basically whatever they want to use it for, but also that they can hold on to said data for however long they feel like it. It says, quote, customer data means all data and information captured by Flock hardware on behalf of customer through Flock services. Examples, images, audio, and or video, and the metadata associated therewith. It continues to say, customer hereby grants to Flock a limited, non-exclusive, royalty-free, irrevocable, perpetual, worldwide license to use and disclose customer data to provide the Flock services and use customer data support and improve Flock products and services. Now, I don't remember agreeing to give away my information to a private company, and based on recent light with their abuse, I really don't like that they have it. Now, I'm not here to scrutinize anybody. I want to make that very, very clear. I love the work you guys do. I've been watching you guys for a little bit now, and I think you guys have a good system going. But I do think it's something that should be considered. At the end of the day, we all want the same thing. You know, we want to feel safe in our neighborhood, but I don't feel safe knowing that there's some private company out there watching me go to work, watching me visit my family, my friends, you know, go out and doing the activities that I want to do. You know, I feel safe knowing my community. I know my neighbors. You know, I know the people I live around. And I think through strengthening the community, we can all feel a lot safer. Like if something were to happen, I can call my neighbors, you know. I'd be like, hey man, what are you up to? Like, did you notice something? You know, and I know who they are. I know what kind of people they are. And because of that, I feel safer. But I don't feel safe, and a lot of my friends, family, colleagues, and neighbors feel the same way. They don't feel safe being watched and tracked throughout their day.
Your time is almost up. Did you want to wrap up?
Thank you. That is it. Thank you.
You all set?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, thank you.
Madam President, I would move to enter an executive session to consider the purchase of property for public purposes, the sale of property at competitive bidding, or the sale of other disposition of unneeded, obsolete, or unfit for use property, and to confer with the city's law director concerning disputes involving the city that are subject to pen of imminent court action pursuant to sections 121.22 and G3 of the Ohio Revised Code.
Second.
Please call the roll. Mr. Kirschner?
Yes.
Mr. Krieger?
Yes.
Mr. Pinkerman?
Yes.
Mr. Blake?
Yes.
Mr. Cook?
Yes.
Mr. Donovan?
Yes.
Mrs. Dowling?
Yes. Okay, council will go into executive session.
No, waiting for Ante. Madam President, I move that we go back into regular session.
Second.
Mr. Kirchner?
Yes.
Mr. Krieger?
Yes.
Mr. Pinkerman?
Yes.
Mr. Blake?
Yes.
Mr. Cook?
Yes.
Mr. Donovan?
Yes.
Mrs. Dowling?
Yes,
Move to adjourn.
meeting is adjourned.